Hello, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and today we're going to learn a new type of the big F word, another type of factoring. Today we're going to use the trinomial method. You can guess this will be used when we see trinomials. All right, now remember how to FOIL. You should, the little F word, we did that first. When you FOIL something like this, you do your firsts and you get an x squared, right? That's your firsts. Whoa, what is that? All right. And then you do your outers. And the outers would be what? 2x, I believe. Plus 2x, right? You do your inners. And you get 5x. And it's a positive. And then you do your lasts. And you get a plus 10. And then you combine your like terms. And you get x squared plus 7x plus 10. Well, what we're going to do today is go backwards, okay? It's called the trinomial method. And it's pretty simple, especially if you know your multiplication facts. If you don't know your multiplication facts, you might be in trouble. You might want to learn them. All right, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break up two quantities. I'm going to make up two quantities. And since this coefficient on x squared is 1, I'm just going to go x and x. Now what's going to go here and here is going to be the key to factoring problems like this. Well, what I'm going to do is I need the factors of 12. Well, I know two of them are 1 and 12. And remember, I've mentioned in previous videos, I'd like to list them in order. Makes a lot more sense, makes it easier to do. So I've got 1 times 12. In fact, I'm actually going to spread them out just a little bit. 1, 12, and then 2 goes in 6 times. And then 3 goes in 4 times. And now I don't have to check any other numbers because I'm only considering whole numbers. Now, this is very, very important. You see this plus sign here? You see this plus sign? If there's a plus in the back, okay, it's a Wendy's double stack. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this sign and we're going to use it twice. Okay? We're going to add two factors of 12 to get this number. So look at this list of factors 12. Now, by the way, I have to take two numbers that multiply to get 12. When I say two factors, I can't pick and choose. I cannot take the 1 and the 6 because 1 times 6 isn't 12. It's true that both 1 and 6 are factors, but they're not factors of 12 together. If I want to use the 6, I have to use the 2. If I want to use the 1, I have to use the 12. Well, if I add 1 and 12, do I get 7? Of course not. 2 and 6, does that give me 7? No. How about 3 plus 4? 3 plus 4, that is definitely 7. I can put a 3 in one space and a 4 in the other, and I'm done. My solution is the quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 4. And you don't have to rewrite it again. I was just emphasizing. All right, so remember, when there is a plus in the back, it's a Wendy's double stack. This sign shows up twice. And the plus in the back means you're going to add to get this middle number. Let's try another one just like it. Okay, we'll do this one in green. All right, I'm going to need an x and an x. And again, I don't know what's going to go here and here yet. Now, some of you will be able to do some of these easy ones in your head. Okay, I'm going to list the factors of 20. I've got 1 and 20. I've got 2 and 10. 3 doesn't go into 20 evenly. 4 does 5 times. Okay, now I've got a plus in the back. Wendy's double stack. He's going to show up twice. All right, plus, plus. So I need two factors of 20 that add to get 9. Well, it sure looks like 4 plus 5 would be 9, doesn't it? So I'm going to put a 5 in one of the places and a 4 in the other. And my answer is the quantity of x plus 5 times the quantity of x plus 4. Now, some of you are going, will it always be the last pair of factors in the list? No, of course not. All right, let's come on down here. And let's look at numbers 3 and 4. Very similar, slight change to them. All right, first I'm going to make my two quantities, right? And I'm going to need an x and an x. I've got a plus in the back. It's going to be a Wendy's double stack. Okay, now I'm going to list the factors. 36. So I've got 1 and 36. I've got 2 and 18. 3 and 12. 4 and 9. 5 doesn't go in. 6 and 6. And I have all the factors. Now, because there's a plus in the back, I'm still adding. I'm just going to add two negatives. So I need to add two numbers to get negative 15. I'm going to add two negatives specifically. Well, look over here. How could you get two negatives? Negative 3 and a negative 12 added together, what would that equal? Negative 15. So I'll put a 3 there and a 12 there. And you notice they were negative because I put a subtraction sign in. All right, so it's the quantity of x minus 3 times the quantity of x minus 12. Okay, let's try this one here. Make my two quantities. Put an x in both spots. I'm going to come over here and list my factors of 14. So I've got 1, 14, 2, 7. That's it. Oh, I forgot. Plus in the back. Wendy's double stack. So put a minus and a minus. And I need to add two numbers to get negative 9. Well, how about negative 2 plus negative 7? There we go. All right. Now, what happens if there's not a plus in the back? Well, when there's not a plus in the back, you still get your two quantities with an x leading them because the x squared is first. All right. I'm still going to list the factors of 18. 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. 4 doesn't go in, 5 doesn't go in, 6 doesn't go in, 6 already did. Okay, I'm done. All right. Now, I need to subtract to get positive 3. Well, which two factors can I subtract to get a positive 3? Well, it looks like 6 minus 3, right? 6 and minus the 3. So the 6 is positive, yes. The 3 is negative, right? I put a positive 6 and a minus 3. And I'm done. Let's do another one. We might even do a couple more of those just to make sure you're getting. Okay, so I'm going to make my two quantities, put a lead x, and I come over here and do my factors of 24. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and I'm done. Now, since it's subtraction, oh, pardon me, since it's subtraction back there, I need to subtract to get negative 2. How could I subtract and get negative 2? 6 minus 4? Nope, that's positive 2. That's not going to work. How about 4 minus 6? Yeah, that equals negative 2. So the 4 is positive, so I'm going to do plus 4. The 6 is negative, I'm going to do a minus 6. And there you go. Pretty simple. When there's a plus in the back, it's a Wendy's double stack. Both factors will have the middle term sign, right? If the middle term is negative, then the two factors are negative. If the middle term is positive, then both factors are positive. When there's a minus in the back, I subtract to get the middle number. All right, two more. In fact, if you want to pause the video and try these, go right ahead. Here comes my solution, x, factors of 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10. 5, 8. That should be it. Got a minus in the back. I'm going to subtract to get -3. Hey, look at that. 5 minus 8 equals -3. Plus 5 and a -8. And there's your answer. All right, last one. Got x, x. I got a minus in the back. Got to list my factors of 24. And then I'm going to subtract. Now, if you can do these in your head, the factors, and see them, that's great. You don't have to list them all out. With some of them, you'll need to, but it's not a law. You're not going to go to jail if you don't do this right. Well, remember, I've got to subtract to get positive 10 because I'm looking at this 4 and the 6 because I'm thinking 6 plus 4 is 10. But then they both have to be positive, and that won't get me the right answer. So how could I subtract two of these factors to turn them into 10x? Well, how about 12 minus 2? Right here, 12 minus 2. So the 12 has to be positive, and the 2 has to be negative. And there you go. That's it. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off. Remember that you can factor by the trinomial method. You have to list factors of that third term, and you got to pay attention to if that third term is positive or negative. A plus in the back means it's the Wendy's double stack. The middle term will show up twice. If that term is negative, you're going to get one of each. All right, and good night, everybody.